Everyone, good morning. Hey, welcome. If you're wanting to sit with me this morning, 5-minute mindfulness meditation, go ahead and begin to make yourself comfortable. And you could sit cross-legged, you could sit on your shins, you could put something underneath your bum, you can untuck one leg, any position in where you can come into a light stack of your spine with your head above your heart, please. And we'll utilize the observation of our natural breath, or the involuntary breath, if you will, and to give our mind something to do. But if your mind tends to wander and drift, you can kind of get hung up in a thought here and there. That's what you can use the observation of your breath for, is to draw yourself back into your seat. But you're not controlling your mind in any way. You're not directing your focus towards something or a certain thought or intention. Allow your mind to go wherever it wants to go, and use that simple resource of the involuntary breath. You can observe the feeling of the breath. You can observe the sensations as you sit within your body. And so you want to set yourself again upright, and palms onto your thighs or down onto your knees facing down. The elbows softened by your ribs. You may feel a little something in your hips. That's normal when you're sitting, in the tightness of your hips. And that's why you would want to elevate yourself a little bit to get your hips sitting above your knees. And take a few deeper breaths and just clear the air out of your lungs a couple times. And feel yourself beginning to settle into your seat. And head remains stacked above your heart. And you're welcome to now close your eyes down. And relax the muscles on your face and around your lips, underneath your eyes. And a really good space to feel soften is across your forehead. And all of this linked into your expression and to become a better listener, and your observational awareness. As you sit, feel your body connected to the ground. The totality of your body, every part. You can think of it like this, like when you plug your phone into the charger. One end is plugged into the wall, receiving the electrical current. That current has to go through that plug, conducting energy through the wires in the cord, which then have to meet the component and to connect to your phone, which will then begin to charge your battery. It's as simple as observing the air coming into your body and observing the air going out of your body. And if the mind really gets going down a certain path, and simply let it come back into the observation of your breath. Have a nice seat this morning, everybody. I'll call you back in a few minutes, and now we'll sit in silence. Take your notice how you're feeling with this space this morning in this practice. Sit up nice and tall. And draw your mind and your focus to your next breath and take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, and let go of all the air from your body. Empty your lungs completely. And slowly as you can, begin to bring your eyes back into the space. And take a moment and feel the pause and stillness, and to reflect as we continue to explore and to experiment with and sitting for 5 minutes and before we start our asana practice. Thanks to you that joined. If you want to give it a try, we'll do it every morning right around 9:45. And you may also find other times throughout the day in where you sit for 5 minutes, little 5-minute incremental chunks, and to sit still, close your eyes, and keep it simple as you observe the air coming into your body and the air going out of your body. And physically, if you think about the components that make up the human body, you have your brain that is inside of your head, that is a physical piece of you. That we want to, but you could take the brain out of the head, you could set it on the table, it's a piece of matter, you could look at it. And then you have the mind. Right? There's nothing that you can take physically from your body, put it on table and say, that's my mind. So if you use the computer as an example, computer, you have the hardware, you have the keyboard, and you have the computer screen or the laptop, those parts that you can touch, that you can see. And even inside of the computer, you have the computer's processor, the hard drive, all these other components, the mainframe or the board, whatever you want to call it. And then once you start working with a computer, there's programs, there's software. So this becomes more of the example of the mind, the software, the functionality, the way that it can analyze and break things down, the software, and then you have the hardware, which are the parts and the pieces. So giving that some consideration as you flow into your practice today, and continue to investigate how you're feeling and how your breath is supporting you throughout this process. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Let's see who we got here. Hi, Victoria. Thanks for joining us. Peter, good morning. And Tanya K, good morning. I saw your guys' picture of the snake, your beautiful snake, which I wanted to share. Biggest fears, so it's very interesting, and that's been and kind of drawing a lot of things up for me. So thank you for sharing that. And hi, Alex. Good morning. Asher, good morning. Oh, amazing. I'm so glad your sister's joining us. That's amazing. Simone, Paul, Bella, Keeney, good morning. Alyssa, Matthew. Hey, Sean, good morning. Darlene, hope you're doing well. Biz holding down the 700 block. Keep an eye on the studio for us, and she lives right behind it, so thank you. Karina, thank you. Good morning. Rosa, good morning. Bradley. Derek, am I high? Never. Practicing high. Why would you ask? Because my eyes were closed? Hi, Reese. Hi, Ari. Michelle, Greg, good morning. And Anil, good morning. Nice to see you guys. Okay, we've got a playlist coming up on the live stream, Earbuds Music. That's what I'm listening to. You've got the playlist out there on Spotify. If the Earbuds Music app overwhelms you in any way, we'll get started here in about a minute. Shane, good morning. Ashley, hi. And as always, you guys listen to your body, especially in the flow if it gets moving through a lot of the vinyasa transitions and chaturanga and up dogs, and notice, and you can step or you can hop in the float, or I'm giving you the option. So make sure that you're guided by your breath and you're bringing that in and priority into your practice, and you'll feel the evolution through the repetition of the poses. But never force things just for the sake of doing them without breath, and then you're jumping and then you're falling. Make sure your breath is there, and that'll help drive your focus. Hi, Mish from Atlanta. James and Jojo, good morning. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the playlist on earbuds. Make sure you're all receiving that. If you're on Spotify, go ahead and start your playlist now. And Jacqueline, hi, Amy. And when you're on earbuds, when you open it up, it says following with a little red dot. Click on that, and then you should see my profile, Joe Komar. I believe that's what it says. And then click on there, and you should see the live playlist pop up. And good morning, Terry. Welcome. Yeah, I hear it's going to be pretty warm in Vegas today. We're going to start in child's pose once you get your volume set. Bradley, let me know on the audio if it's still dropping out or if you're able to hear me okay. Got the same setup. Let me make sure the volumes are... Yep, volumes are set good. So if anybody else is having trouble with the audio, let me know. Hi, Elizabeth. Hey, Ari's saying the same thing. Mic dropping in and out. I'm going to give it another minute here and keep talking to you guys so that you can let me know if you're able to hear me okay. That's kind of important to a calm experience, that you can hear me clearly through the audio. So can you guys give me one more shout? Is it good? Is it choppy? Is it cutting out? Hi, PJ. And if you're in child's pose and everything's fine on your side, and relax your forehead into the mat, soften your belly through your inner thighs. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Derek. Maybe we just hit a little blip, so I'll keep an eye on the live chat, you guys. If anybody's having problems, go ahead and drop a note on the chat on the video, and I'll try to work it out. Hi, Angela. All right, I'm going to join everybody in child's pose. Let's take 3 breaths with your lips sealed. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose, please. And with your next breath, inhale, rise up on all fours, come into a tabletop. And yet in tabletop, put your hands underneath your shoulders, and then bring your left knee over to your right knee. So both knees are hugging the right side edge of your mat. And keep your arms straight, and then swing your hips down onto the mat, and so you're on your left hip. Right, left shoulder is going to shrug into your ear. Right hand stays on the mat, and your chin softens down towards your chest. And you want to keep your heart lifting up even though your chin is settling down. And you'll feel some compression into the right side of your waist. And then you can send your breath into the left side of your torso. 3 breaths here. And if you don't know what hit you right now sensationally, and then that might be a nice opportunity to take a breath and hold the stillness with your eyes and discover something new. You draw your belly in, slowly press into your hands and lift your hips back over your knees. And separate your left knee out nice and wide. Bring your right knee over to your left knee. Arms stay straight, roll down to the outer right hip. Right shoulder will shrug into your ear. And left hand stays on the mat. And back of your heart lifting, chin to your chest. And if it's just too tight, you can always simply sway your hips side to side. 3 breaths here. And draw with your belly. Put some weight into your hands. Slowly bring your hips back up. And then take your right knee back out and come into a typical and good old-fashioned normal tabletop. Reset your hands and then come up onto your fingertips. And so you're tenting the palms. So the palms of your hands are off the mat. And you've just made your arms about 4 inches taller. You could stagger your knees outer hip width distance apart and drop your belly, lift your tail, bring your gaze forward. And hold this shape. Take a deeper breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, tuck the chin round the spine. Grab the mat with the tops of your feet. And draw your belly into a cat pose on your fingertips. And 2 more like that. Inhale to extend. Drop the belly. Look forward. Exhale, tuck the chin round the spine. Grab the mat with the tops of your feet. 1 more. To extend. You should feel this firing up your core and your abdominals as you exhale. Tuck the chin, tops of the feet ground, pull your belly in, feel the squeeze. Nice. Inhale to a flat back, flatten your palms, and curl your toes under, counter stretch, press back, and lift your hips into a downward facing dog. And broaden your breath as you widen your back. And bring a little more weight into the tips of your thumbs. And then to the tips of your pinky fingers. Feel the balls of your feet into the mat. Little bend to your knees and roll your tailbone up a little bit higher, just like you did in cow pose. And keep your tailbone up. With your next exhale, roll your heels down. And then feel your hamstrings and your calves in the back of your body. And sensationally begin to wake it up. And stay rooted to your hands. Inhale, look to your thumbs. And bend your knees. Exhale, walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Forward fold. And soft bend to your knees. Interlace the fingers on the back of your head. And the weight of the arms, drag your chin closer to your chest. And take a breath or 2 underneath your shoulder blades towards your upper back. Keep the micro bend to your knees. Bring your hands down to the ground. Inhale, lift halfway, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, fold forehead to your knees. And stand it up. Inhale, rise, circle the arms over your head. Feet ground, exhale, bring your hands to your heart and draw your navel in. Inhale, circle the arms up. Have a great practice. Exhale, hinge, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Bend the knees, plant, step back into your high plank. High push-up, take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway down. Hips ground, inhale, untuck the toes, lift the chest, cobra pose. Lower the chest, curl your toes under and press up, high plank. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog, take 3 breaths. And feel it as you broaden your breath and you're widening your dog through your back and your outer hips. More strength and lightness to connect to your inner thighs. Gaze to your thumbs, lift your heels. Exhale, walker light hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart, navel into your spine. Inhale, circle the arms, gaze up. Exhale, take a dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Plant the hand, step back into your high plank. And take an inhale, strong legs. Exhale, lower elbows to your ribs. Tops of the feet, inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, lift your hips. And press back into your down dog, 3 breaths. As you're connecting breath into your body and for yourself and your own mind, it also feels like, and we're practicing and for the collective human spirit, so lifting it up. Inhale, look at your thumbs. Bend your knees. Exhale, walker light hop to the top. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, belly in. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Plant step, light hop back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog. And draw with your legs, stay wide in your dog, through your back, turn your elbows in. You roll your inner thighs towards the wall behind you and feel your outer hips spread as you press your heels down. And find the balance in your breath. You use your mind. Inhale, come forward to a high plank. Keep your feet hip-width distance apart, and then turn to the inner edge of your right foot, outer edge of your left foot. Both hands stay on the mat, and draw your bottom hip in, slide your gaze forward. And both hands on the mat, neck extending long, all 4 sides. And without moving or shuffling your feet, roll onto your toes, and then switch. Outer edge of your right foot, inner edge of your left foot. And shoulders sway back over your wrists, bottom hip lifts, and your gaze is at the top edge of your mat. And draw to your back. Inhale, roll back onto your toes. Exhale, lift your bum, down dog, and step your right foot in between your hands. And big step, slide your left toes back, and so you get a longer lunge, and then settle your back knee down. Inhale, bring your hands up to your right thigh, and draw your tailbone down, chest up, elbows by your sides. And take a breath into your front body, and so you can always use a prop outside your right hip for your right hand, or put your right hand onto the mat. Inhale, reach your left arm up. And exhale, draw your left hand over to the right. And keep rolling your tailbone down. And if you bend your front leg more, and feel the top of your left foot firm into the mat, and you'll feel the breath stretch your outer left hip. And gaze steady, one spot, take 3 breaths. And square hips, inhale, rise, reach both arms up. Exhale, bring your gaze and hands down onto the mat. If you had a prop, set it to the side, tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee, step back into a down dog switch. Left foot in between your hands. Big step, slide your right toes back, and then soften that knee down. Inhale, bring your hands up to your left thigh. And tailbone down, roll your heart up, elbows by your sides. And again, you can use the prop or left hand down to the ground. Right arm reaches up. And shoulders away from your ears. And your right hand reaching over to the left. Feel your outer right hip stretch. And with your tailbone under, you should still be able to feel the lift out of your low back. And if you're not able to get the tailbone under, definitely use something underneath your left hand, or just keep your forearm on your thigh. And with space, lengthen your breath. Inhale, rise, reach both arms up. Exhale, bring your gaze and hands down. Set the object to the side. Tuck your right toes, lift the knee, step back into your down dog. And feel your pelvis. Take 3 breaths. And as you broaden your back, seal your lips. And you got 3-second inhales, 3-second exhales. And tips of your thumbs, tips of your pinky fingers, ground down, gaze to your hands, lift the heels. Exhale, walk or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart, draw your belly in. Inhale, circle the arms up, lift your gaze. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, step or quietly hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. And 5 breaths in your dog. Micro bend to your knees if you're still feeling tight in your outer hips. Otherwise, tailbone up and root your heels down. And 2 more breaths. Lengthen your inhale, slow down your exhale, and receive the balance of your breath. And hips stay square, left foot down. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Use your glute. Exhale, right knee to your nose. Stay here like plank pose, shoulders over your wrist. Kick your right leg back, 3-legged plank. And chin up, curl your right heel into your butt. Flex your ankle, feel your hamstring. Left leg is strong. With your exhale, lift your bum, press back, 3-legged dog, right leg kicks. Exhale, step your right foot through. And feel the mat underneath your right heel. Inhale, rise up, crescent warrior. Exhale, bring your arms by your sides, power lunge. And weight into your front heel, even lift the tips of your toes. Okay, try this on now. Roll the weight into the ball of the foot. Lift your front heel up as high as you can. And keep your front heel hovering as you inhale, warrior 2, back heel down, windmill your left arm back. And front heel is on the rise, gaze forward, look over your right wrist. Any amount, even if you could just slide a piece of paper underneath your right heel, lift it up. And so you're defining the thigh. You're taking the load out of the hip, flip your right palm. Inhale to exalt your warrior, tailbone down. Exhale, come back, warrior 2, ground your front heel. Now you're feeling the thigh. Take an inhale, puff the chest. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Pivot your back heel high, step back into your down dog, broad back, take an inhale. And take an exhale, right foot down. Inhale your left leg up, use the glute. Exhale, knee to your nose, come forward like plank. Shoulders stay, inhale, kick back, look forward. Exhale, curl your heel into your butt. And feel your hamstring, right psoas, inner thigh is strong. Exhale, lift your bum, 3-legged dog, kick your left leg back. And big step, left foot all the way through. And feel the ground underneath your front heel. Inhale, float, rise up. And breathe out of your belly, strengthen your back, bring your arms by your sides, power lunge. And dial into your breath. Now hover your front heel. Roll the weight into your toes. Draw your back knee away from your front knee. Hips square. Any amount. You're simply defining the thigh, taking the weight out of your front hip joint. Slowly inhale, pivot your back heel down, right arm comes back. Warrior 2, keep your front heel lifted, look over your front wrist. And roll your pelvis underneath you. Lengthen your side bodies, flip your front palm, inhale to exalt your warrior 2. Exhale, come back, warrior 2, ground your front heel. Awesome, puff the chest, take an inhale. Exhale your hands to the mat. Lift your back heel, step back into your down dog, take a breath in, and take a breath out. Bring your big toes together. Look at your thumbs, inhale, heels up. Exhale, walker light hop to the top. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, reach tall, look up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's go, sun B. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your legs, sit chair. Inhale, heart proud. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant, step, jump back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. From the belly, step your right foot in between your hands. And back heel down, inhale, arms up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back into your high plank, lower chaturanga flow. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. From the belly, step your left foot through. Back heel down, inhale, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, dive, hands down, and step back and flow, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, 3 breaths. And space in your outer hips, strengthen your inner thighs, bring your big toes together. Gaze to your thumbs, lift your heels. Bend your knees, exhale, walker light hop. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, reach tall. Exhale, hands to your heart, bend your legs, sit and twist. Left elbow outside your right thigh. And keep your hips low, less grip in your toes. Inhale, square, reach your arms up. Exhale, sit and twist. Right elbow outside your left thigh. And feel your heart beat. Slow it down as you lengthen your exhale. Keep your hips low. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant step, light hop back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Nice. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot in between your hands. And straighten your front leg. Lift your front toes. And so your heel is pressing down and forward. And palms can be tented. You know what that's like. Just your fingertips on the mat. And roll your heart through, shoulders down. And take the curve out of your spine. 3 breaths here. With your exhale, bring your right foot back flat to the mat. And bend into your front leg. Feel the ball of your back foot. Inhale, rise up and crescent warrior. Interlace the fingers on top. Release the index. And turn your elbows in, feel your front thigh, and then begin to lift and then arch your spine, pull your wrists back in space. And stay with your lunge, breathe out of your low back. And soften the chin, bring your hands to your heart, and twist, left elbow outside your right thigh. And keep your hips coming forward. Lift out of your low back. Keep your twist. Take your gaze down. On your exhale, step your left foot up to your right. And bend your legs. Draw your bum back. Roll your heart through. Right shoulder away from your ear. And draw to square. Inhale, arms up, legs bent. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Plant step, float, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And keep broadening the back and opening the outer hips. Right foot down, step, left foot in between your hands. And straighten your front leg. And use your arms, lift your left toes so the heel is pressing down and forward to get your hips back. And shoulders away from your ears, neck is long, all four sides, so you might need to soften the chin a little bit. And lips sealed, jaws stay soft. Work to your midline. On your next exhale, soften your left toes down and bend into your front leg. And feel the strength in your right thigh. Inhale, rise up. And crescent warrior. Interlace the fingers, release the index. Elbows in, tailbone down. Draw with your belly. And start to lengthen and lift. And backward bend through your spine. Feel your front thigh. Connect to your breath, gaze forward, belly in, hands to your heart. Easy twist, right elbow outside your left thigh. Lift out of your waist. And draw the back of your heart up. And keep breathing, gaze down. And on your next exhale, step your right foot up to your left. And bend your legs, sit and twist. It's like a sit and spin, you guys. And sit and twist. All good. You're widening your back. And keep your bum low. Inhale, square. Reach your arms up. Utkatasana. Exhale, dive. Belly into the forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant step. Float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale takes you back. And downward facing dog. And feel all the energy in your body. Close your eyes. Tune in. Open your eyes. Bring your big toes together. Gaze to your thumbs. Lift your heels. Exhale, walker light hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your legs, arms up, chair pose. And feel your feet, and we're rising slowly. Straight legs come all the way up. And tailbone down, interlace the fingers on the back half of your head. And feel your feet, head pressing up into your palms. Outer hips roll in, squeeze your butt. Open your heart, elbows wide. And then you can lift your gaze towards the sky. And feel the breath. Gaze forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lift your left knee in front. Figure four, ankle to your right thigh. And bend your standing leg. Sit your hips down like chair pose. And you're going to keep your arms straight, bring your palms together. Cross your thumbs, take the back of your left hand to the sole of your left foot. And chin can soften, hips square. Press the back of your left hand into the sole of your left foot. And you've built so much confidence in your standing leg And defining the thigh, feel the heel. Inhale, arms up, stand up, lift your left knee in front. Exhale, hands to your heart, scoop the belly, kick your left leg back, toppling tree. Perfect in your square hips, which means imperfectly perfect. Work it out. Head in that direction. And keep your left leg lifted. Bring your fingertips down onto the ground. You work your back flat, little up dog to your heart, micro bend to your right knee if you need to. Left hand stays, right hand to your right hip. And gaze is 6 inches out in front of your mat. Right hand comes around to your low back, opening the chest without moving the hips. Begin to twist the torso, gaze to the right. And strengthen your thighs, space in your hips. You can stay, or 3 breaths, play with reaching your right arm straight up. And rotate your shoulders, working through your rib cage. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gaze and right hand down, square. Take an inhale. Exhale, left knee to your chest. Step your feet together. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up, reset the low back. Exhale, hands to your heart, firm your belly in. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive, practice in your flow. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And bring your big toes together in your dog. Lift your tailbone high. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot. You weight into your right hand, and then float your left arm up. Lift your top leg. And reach with breath through your chest. Lift your head another inch. And bring your gaze and hands down. And pivot square. Exhale, lower, chaturanga flow. Inhale, tops of the feet. Press up, dog out of your back. Exhale, lift your bum into your downward facing dog. And there's so much more balance, and because you're broadening your breath across your back, and you're alleviating a lot of tension in your outer hips, and you're realizing the strength and awareness of your inner thighs, your midline. And big toes together, lift the heels. Bend the knees, exhale, walk or float to the top. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Lift your right knee in front of your chest. And keep the breath going. Figure 4, right ankle, left thigh. And sit down, inhale, reach your arms up like chair pose. If you're going to deepen your breath and slow it down, now is the time. And you'll notice as you're advancing the postures, that's when you want to make sure your breath is slow and complete. Palms together, arms straight. Back of your right hand to the sole of your right foot. And you can soften your chin. And that'll add more awareness to balance on your standing leg. And feel it nice and strong. Breathe here. With your inhale, slowly rise, arms up, lift your right knee in front. Exhale, hands to your heart, scoop your belly, kick your right leg back, toppling tree. Lift your heart center into your thumbs. And square your hips, right hip down, left thigh strong. Keep your right leg lifted, bring your fingertips down onto the mat. And resist the bow forward, keep lifting your heart. And right hand stays for balance, left hand to your left hip, eyes are right out in front of your mat. And work it into your left thigh, feel the ball of your foot, left hand to your low back. Heart through, shoulders back. Now you can start to rotate And twist your chest and then your gaze, so your nose stays in line with your heart. And breathe here. Your option is left arm reaching up and shoulders rotating you deeper into the twist. 5, 4, 3, 2. Belly in, gaze and left hand down. Keep the chest up. Inhale. Right knee to your chest. Step your feet together. Exhale. Good work. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. Take it up. Inhale, rise. Reset your low back. Exhale, hands to your heart. Tailbone down. Belly squeeze. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And plant step, float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Yes, exhale, down dog. Big toes together in your dog. And feel all that space and strength with breath. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot. And reach your right arm up. And lift your top leg high. And lift your head another inch. And bring your gaze and right hand down. Okay, land in plank. Inhale. And belly in. Exhale, lower halfway. Tops of the feet. Inhale, up dog. Feel it. Exhale, downward facing dog. And separate your feet, mat width distance apart. And walk your hands back to your feet. And heels in, toes out, squat. And give your hips a little sway side to side. And you might feel your hips crackle a little bit. And hips heavy, elbows to your inner thighs. Bring your hands to your heart center. And keep rolling your bum under as you lengthen your side bodies. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And keep your heels heavy, tailbone down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat, and then crawl your hands all the way to the top of the mat. And bring your feet all the way in so your big toes touch. In high plank, squeeze the inner thighs. Connect to your breath, squeeze the inner thighs. And on your exhale, we're going to lower halfway. And so your upper arm is parallel to the floor. And the balls of your feet, strengthen your legs connected to the mat. And breathing here in your chaturanga, keep your ribs in. Neck long, all four sides. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Use your legs. Push up high plank. Exhale, lift your hips into your down dog. Flat feet, straight legs. And step your feet all the way up to your hands. Little baby steps. And keep your legs straight, feet flat, separate them hip width distance. Padahastasana, take your right hand under your right foot, and so your toes are at your wrist crease. And then left hand under your left foot, toes to your wrist crease, bend your knees to get your hands set. And then drop the chin, release the head, neck, and shoulders, and straighten your legs any amount. And slow down your exhale. And feel the width, and then breathe into the width of your back and your outer hips. Soft bend to your knees. Slide your right hand out. And slide your left hand out. Heel toe your feet together. Big toes touch. And bend your legs. Lower your bum. And reach your arms up in chair pose. You can do it. Lightness to your breath. Tailbone points to your heels. 1 minute here in powerful pose. You've built your entire practice up to this point. And steady your gaze one spot. "30 seconds. Last 10. And feel your feet, feel your base. With your inhale, slowly rise. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Humble your chin into your chest. And feel your feet. Close your eyes, please, right here. And feel the balance and the lightness. Open your eyes. Inhale, circle the arms up, belly in. Exhale, dive through your midline. Slow forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Roll your heart through. And plant your hands. Simply step back into your high plank. And feel all of this lightness. Squeeze the inner thighs. And as we exhale, bend your arms. Begin to lower for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and land. Untuck your toes. Tops of your feet down. Lift your heart, baby cobra. And keep the tops of your feet on the mat. Reach your hands back. Lower your chin. Get a grip. Interlace the fingers. Knuckles back and chest forward. You can float the feet. And draw the awareness of your breath and through the awareness of your body for 3, 2, 1. Soften down. Bring your palms in front. And let your chin rest on the back of your knuckles. And feel your low back and your glutes release. And take a deep breath into your low back. You got it. Hover your chin, curl your right heel in. And reach back with your right hand. Grab for the outside of your ankle. And curl your left heel in. And reach back with your left hand. Grab for the outside of your ankle. And draw your knees towards each other. Flex the ankles. And strengthen your thighs. Kick back into your hands to lift your heart. Three, 2, and 1. Softly come down. And bring your hands under your shoulders. And draw your belly. Press up. And keep your belly in. Go back, child's pose. And hips to your heels should feel good. Forehead down towards the ground. Nice. With your inhale, rise up to all fours. And curl your toes. Exhale, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Let's do some core work. And hands down. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, backing up. Exhale to your left elbow. Okay, we're going to go wrist. Kick backing up. Right knee, right wrist. Inhale, back up. Right knee, left wrist. Inhale, back. We're going to go shoulders. Right knee, right shoulder. Inhale, back. Right knee, left armpit. Inhale, back. Right knee to your nose. Inhale, back. Right knee to your nose. Inhale, back. Right knee to your nose. Stay there. Step back plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Switch sides. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Stay with me. Inhale, back. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, back into the left wrist. Inhale, back into the right wrist. Inhale, back. Knee to the left shoulder. Inhale, back. Knee to the right armpit. Inhale, back. Knee to the nose. Inhale, back. Again, knee to the nose. One more back. Knee to your nose. Stay here. Step back plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And big toes together. You can walk or jump to a seat. Legs in front. Untuck the ankles. Set up for your boat. Elbows in. And balance on your sacrum. Lift your heels up. And hands start behind your knees. And beautiful, you guys. Thursday, arms out. Inhale, we lower halfway. Exhale up, knees to chest. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 10, 9, 8, come on, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, come up, lower down, lie onto the ground, let it go. Take a sigh, release the waist. And then come back to your lips sealed. Feel your belly rise and fall. Bend your legs, bring your feet flat onto the mat. Let's do a half bridge so your feet are hip width apart. And shoulders down, lift your hips just halfway, turn your palms down onto your mat. And so one ascending line from your armpits to your knees. And point your tailbone up towards your knees, draw your belly in, pubic bone to your chin. And see how you're feeling here, connecting to your breath. And you're welcome to stay. And if you'd like to play, transition into wheel. Right hand beside your right ear. Hips stay up, left hand beside your left ear. And press into your hands, press into your feet, and push up to the top of your head. Hands down, heels down, and exhale. And you can press all the way up into your wheel. Wheel, tuck the chin, elbows in, and shoulders down. Everybody release your hips. All the way back to the ground. Keep your legs bent. Let your knees fall in towards each other. And take 3 slow, deep breaths, and let your body be still. The awareness on your heartbeat would be a great thing, and slow down your exhale. Bring your feet together. And cross your left leg over your right leg, eagle leg wrap. And move your hips to the left. And exhale, roll your knees to the right. And supine twist, right hand consist on your left thigh, left arm out into a T. And keep your shoulders heavy. And finish your exhale. And a little draw of your belly. You might feel your low back. That is fine. Slowly come back. Square your hips. Uncross your left leg. And switch it up. Right leg over your left thigh. And scoot your hips to the right. And exhale. Bring your knees down to the left. Left hand. And can assist to your right thigh. Right arm comes out into a T. And keep your back flat. And gaze to center. Slowly bring yourself back. Use your belly. And hips flat. Uncross your right leg. And scoot your bum down your mat a couple times, closer to your heels. And so you give yourself some space over your head. And now you can either just bring your knees into your chest, soft squeeze, or hands down by your hips. Okay, lift your feet off the mat. And then we're going to roll the hips over the shoulders, coming into a plow pose. So you want to make sure the weight is across your back and you're not putting too much weight into your neck. And if you feel any ill effects in your neck, simply come out slowly. Hands to your low back and hips coming over your shoulders. Okay, weight is across the shoulders. And legs straight, and first thing is to bring your toes towards the ground. And let your belly soften. Three more breaths. And hands to your low back. And start to bring one foot back. And slowly bring the other leg back. Bend your knees. And from the top of your spine, begin to roll down. And one vertebra at a time. And release your feet to the mat. Let the soles come together. And big sigh, exhale, open your knees. And feel something special here this morning. Hands on your chest. You can put one hand on your belly. And you can place the other hand on your heart. And allow the focus and the technique of the breath to fall away. And as you sit and feel the heaviness and the space, the width, as we've been calling it, across your back and your shoulders and your hips this morning. And from here, bring your knees back up so they touch. And then straighten your legs out long. And relax and release both arms down by your sides with your palms facing up towards the sky, please. Let's take one more deep breath together. And soft sigh as you exhale and fall into complete stillness. It's the letting before you go wherever your practice has taken you this morning. In complete stillness, and allow the muscles to release any grip that they're holding to your joints and through the fascia as they relate and throughout the entire body. It's the letting before you go wherever your practice has taken you this morning. And said at the beginning of this practice today, not only are we practicing for ourselves and for our well-being, and for our mental state, but it also feels like we're practicing and to uplift the human spirit. We are human beings, everybody. And we've been blessed and gifted to have every single part in our body doing its job for us, and so that we get to experience in moments like this, in moments of connection and with each other. And we ought to sincerely pause and before we ever consider in putting out anything in the style of hate or drama or criticism. And I hope through these practices that we can all hear each other better. that as we find ourselves in the presence of one another, that we can be better listeners, and that we can take more accountability. And for our actions, we're going to slip, we're going to fall. Right? This isn't perfect, this is a practice. But if when you fall and when I fall, we're here to remind each other and to lift each other back up, then it seems to be that we're doing our part genuinely. And that's all that we can do. Enjoy this life, do our part, hold ourselves accountable, and be present with our beautiful minds. I hope you all have a beautiful adventure today, and wherever your day may take you. Hope to see you all tonight for our 7:30 detox practice. Let me know if you need anything, and reach out to each other, reach out to me, and I can't wait to see you all very soon. Namaste.